So welcome back to another video, Legends, and today we're going to check out a car that I bought for $10 from Temu. It is CCA, Cool Chick Autos. This is an official licensed, I believe, Ford Mustang GT 2018, 142 in scale, and we have some upgrade options. So stick around and let's check out the Cool Chick Auto from Temu. So before we dive headfirst into the unboxing, let's check out the box itself. Now, I did buy this from Temu. Currently, right now, you can get one of these for $8.83. And of course, if you buy a heap of stuff from Temu, it is free delivery. And I've actually got a fair few stuff to review from them. So let's have a look at the box itself. Cool Chick Auto. Now, I have done a video on this brand before. It wasn't bad quality, which I got from my local Kmart, but they don't stock the 143 cars. Down the bottom here, you got 2-in-1, so you can see before and after. So we've got some modifications that we can do. It says up the top here, it is officially licensed by Ford, which I've got to trust them. And then around the back, you've got a couple of different colors. Now, from memory, I think, what color do I have? Yellow. I actually think I ordered the red. So be very careful when you order. I'm sure I ordered the red. So there it is. CCA Cool Chick Auto from Temu for under $10. Let's crack it open and let's see the quality of this 143 diecast car. Unbox and take a look at the CCA, the Cool Chick Auto 142 scale Ford Mustang. Now, I do remember ordering this in red. We do have the yellow version. I have unboxed it and it's got a pretty fancy looking box. Let me show you. So let's pull it open if I don't damage it. And it's like this tray style. So that's as far as I can go. And as you can see, if I put it down and do this, the box stops. Now, is that premium? I don't know. Is that cool? I guess so. But here is the inside of the box itself. We've got our 143, let's just say 143 scale Ford Mustang. We've got a new bonnet, we've got a new rear bar, front bar. Looks like we've got some engine component stuff here, so your cover, your cross member. Looks like you've got a radiator and a couple other bits and pieces. You've got a rear spoiler and you've got the secondary rims in gold. So let's take it out. And I don't want to damage the box because I do like to put this back in. And before we do, I just want to quickly show you. Now, I've collected auto art. I've collected a lot of high-end models, and it's cool to see if it will zoom in. It's got a little tool so you can undo everything, which I think that's a good little touch. But before we look at the car, now, I hope I'm not wrong, but I'm sure I ordered red. And of course, from Temu, it was under $10. You can't go wrong. But we do have a Ford Mustang 2018 in red for the instructions. As you can see here, it is showing you the difference between the two once it's stock to finished. But you know what? For review, we've got a yellow. So let's have a look at the yellow. And we'll talk about quality because, again, under $10, I'm going to tilt the camera down a little bit. Under $10 for a 143 scale car, I think that whatever the quality is going to be, it is pretty good. Now, straight away, the feel of it, it is light. There's no weight to it. It is plastic, but we can take everything on. Before we do that, let's have a look around. We've got the back of the Ford GT here. You can already see separation because that will come off. Got the rear spoiler, of course, we could change that. We've got the chrome rims, which will go to the gold during the video. The doors do open. Let me see. Oh, it's a little bit flimsy. But the doors do open, which I think that's a good touch. I mean, you know, it could have been a sealed model. I don't want to pull too hard because it's actually very flimsy. Let me try the driver's side. There we go. So, yeah, that's not too bad. Around to the front, you've got the Ford Mustang on the front end. This is a licensed car by Ford for CCA, which is really cool. But now let's take it apart. Now, I'm just going to go for it from the start to the finish. Let's take off the bonnet first. I believe you lift it up and it just comes off like that, which already that is pretty cool. And you can see here, we've got an empty engine compartment, which is we're going to put the motor in, which, should that be an upgrade? I don't know. Should there already be a motor in there? Should we have a standard motor in there and then we're putting like a big blower on top or something? I'm not too sure. Let me know. Let's take the front bar off. Watch out, everything pops off. A little black plastic Ford Mustang grille came off as well. Our headlight cover, that also comes off as well. So let's just try not to lose anything. And is anything else? No, that's everything there. Around to the back, I'm not even using the tool that they've supplied, unless I do need to. I think the bottom comes off. Now I have had a little play with this already. So the bottom comes off, then off comes the rear, and then how does this come off? And that just unplugs. I'm actually pretty impressed with the teardown. So there's all our parts, not including our rims, which let's get them off now. They should just pop off. I don't think you need the tool. It's a cool little touch, and you know, I probably should be using it for the review, but let me just get this off without damaging anything. And there's our rims gone. But I do want to show you this, because up close, I hope you can see that being black, you've got little brake pads in there, which, yeah, it's a cool touch. So there we go. We've now got a broken down Mustang, which if you are a diorama kind of person, this wouldn't be a bad little car for a diorama if you work with a workshop. So with everything off it, it's up on a lift or something like that, which I will get some of that stuff off Temu. And if you haven't shopped with Temu, check them out. It is so cheap. I'm in Melbourne, Australia. I bought a heap of stuff, which I'll be reviewing on the channel, and this was just one of the purchases. All right, so what we're gonna get first, let's go from back to front. And I hope I can do justice on building this. So from back to front, we've got our old and our new. So our new's got a big Mustang number plate that's trying to come off. Maybe that helps. Oh, that's going to help plug it in. So you got a little clip in there. So that's that's the front, that's the back. So that's our old and new. The only thing I can see difference here is we've got some stickers. So all right, that's the old, this is the new. Let's put that on. It should just clip in. How do I do that? We'll get it. Here we go. So I'm just going to hold that in place and then push our plug in. That is cool. So that's on there. So that number plate clips that on. So I don't think there's much difference in the rear. No, there's not. So let's now put our rear spoiler. I want to move all this stuff out the way so we don't get, and I will use my little quick pick to get the rear spoiler out. And what's the big difference here? Let's have a look. We've got a little boot. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. That's the standard, and now this is our aftermarket. It's got Cool Chick CCA. What a name of a brand. Does that just plug in gently? Don't want to break anything. All right, that's just going to rest there. So already we can see a massive difference on the rear. We had this little flick, which I don't mind that on most cars, but now we've got this big Cool Chick on the rear. Let's go to rims next. Let's get some of these rims out, and we'll get it on some wheels. I'm just going to pop them out of their little holder. And for $10, I'm going to keep saying this, I'm pretty impressed. Yes, it was on special Temu, if you never shopped on Temu before. And of course, I'm not sponsored or paid by them, but they always have specials on. You've won this, you've won that. I think it's just always cheap. All right, let's have a look at the two different rims here. So we've got our deep dish style gold. As you can see, there's a bit of a dish on that. And we've also got our originals, which are that, I will call it the 5-spoke with the twin spokes on each of them, and that's just a flat rim. So let's just push them on. I believe that is pushed on like that. And there we have it. We have got our gold, and I don't think that looks bad, gold and yellow. What do you think? All right, now let's build up our motor, which we had nothing in there before. So I'm gonna get all these little parts out without losing them, using my little scooper. So yes, I am using the tool now. So we had nothing in there before, and I'm gonna actually resort to the instructions because I really don't know what goes in where and what goes in first. So let me have a quick look at the instructions. And it does say, aha. Okay, so radiator goes in first. Radiator with this little guy. Where does this go? This must go on the front or the back? On the back. Okay, so we've got the radiator. Is that upside down? Oh God, we've lost it. We've lost it. Let's get back into it. So we've got the radiator and this little doovie here. Let's turn him up the right way. Apologies that my hands are probably really zoomed in. I don't think the motor is really an upgrade. It probably already should be in there. And looking at the instructions, we have to put that in backwards on this little section right here. And again, sorry about it being black. Okay, oh God, it is a bit fidgety. It's pushing pretty hard, we've lost our rear spoiler. So there's our radiator. That's in there, that's pretty cool. What do we got next? We're gonna now put everything in. So motor, which, I mean, that's not bad, is it? You see the top of the engine here. And which way is the Okay, so we're going to go forward here. I'm going to put the crossbar on next, I believe. Yes, that clips on top, like so, and I'll show you this once I've clipped it on. There's our crossbar. I hope that zooms in. And then last but not least, we've got this little guy. What does he do? And where does he go? Let's just put this in first. So this drops in as a little four holder. All right, and we are back. So I actually put it around the wrong way. The grill is meant to be at the front. I'm reading the instructions upside down, and now we've got our radiator in the right way. So this should allow the air filter and motor to click in. Hey, that's cool. So that clicks in nicely. So you got your cross brace here on top of the suspension. Now this is what I don't understand where this goes, and I'm just trying to see. It must go at the back like that. Yes, okay. So let me just quickly click this on. Sorry, you can't see the hole for it. Okay, so I finally found out where this went. Now in the instructions, it looks like it's going on top of the motor. Now the instructions, and I'll quickly show you that, why I'm getting everything wrong. As you can see here, it just shows you this clipping on top by the looks of it. But once you sort of, I guess, zoom in on the picture, which I have, it shows you that it goes beside. And there it is there. That is cool. Should this be an upgraded option? No. I reckon we should be able to take the cross brace off and put on some kind of supercharger or something. But that is now the motor done. So let's move on to, and yes, I've dropped the rear spoiler. We'll put that on last at the end. Let's now move on to the bonnet. We'll bring that out. We've got ourselves our front bar and our under tray. So I'm guessing we have to get the original. There's nothing else left. We have to get the original grill that we had originally. Let's fit that onto here. And whilst we're here, let's have a look. Is there a big difference? There's a bit of a grill work in the front. Yeah, it's different. It's definitely different. Is it more aggressive? Probably. I don't know. Let me know what you think. So we've got to put on our bar. But before we do that, what did we miss before? Our headlights. Now this is tricky. I did try this earlier, and this is really tricky. So let me just put the headlight covers on first. Now these, you got to feed them underneath. You got to try and hold it at the same time. It is a little bit tricky. And then it should clip on. Hey, voila. And then the simple part is then dropping the bonnet in to where that hole is, up the top near the window. Oh, hold on, no. It's not happy. And it's sitting a little bit high. Why is it sitting high? Let's have a quick look. Let's see if we can feed it up and under. And that's how it's fitting. So let me see if the original fits better. It does. Oh no. So our difference here is we've got the front bar, the bonnet that originally came with it, and then we've got the bonnet that is the extra, and it looks like this one is fitting a lot better. Now I'm going to quickly look at the instructions. Am I doing something wrong? Which is probably a big fat yes. And no, we're not. We're not doing anything wrong. Let's just try and fit that one more time. So I've come to the conclusion I cannot fit this brand new bonnet on. Now I've had a look at it. I don't know what and why it's not going on properly. It does close down, but it doesn't want to lock into place. So that is a bit of a, maybe it just needs some wear and tear. Again, under $10. So let's just take that off because it ain't working for us right now. And we want to get this car completed. So let's put the original back on, which as you will see, clips on beautifully, which still looks okay. Now around the back, I did forget to put on the undercarriage as well. That clips in. As you can see here, we've got a undercarriage with the diffuser. Before we had twin exhausts and no diffuser, as you can see there. And now let's put on our rear spoiler. Again, a lot of this stuff doesn't clip in like it should, but for $10, that is our upgraded, bar the bonnet, Mustang. What's your thoughts? So there we have it, the CCA Cool Chick Auto 2018 Mustang from Temu for under $10. Now, bar the bonnet, what's my thoughts? I think it's worth the $10. The package is pretty premium. The car itself looks good. Is it a pullback? No, it's not. You actually roll that around. I will be getting a 143 scale housing for it to see what it looks like. You can get that stuff from Temu, so stay tuned to the channel. I will be getting a lot of Temu stuff, not just toys, gizmos and everything else, because I want to see what else is out there for such a cheap price. But there you go. Temu, Ford Mustang, CCA, done.